make a wish now, ain't she? Loads of puff. In a minute.
Get one puff, I'll give you one.
Oh, huffing off, blow the house. Oh! Right, who wants trifle? I didn't hear, who wants trifle?
Nick, what'd you let yourself in for this lot for?
It's funny, really. I got a bit of publicity from the local paper. A load of people phoned me up. And at the last meeting we had 15 people in, you know. It just started spontaneously by itself, really. Other people in a similar position sort of read a bit about me in the local paper.
Well, what is it that you've all got in common?
We've all got in common the fact that we're all parents struggling to bring up children on our own.
According to the 1966 census, there were 1.5 million single parents in Britain, 1 in 5 of them men. All the adults in this room are in this predicament. They are members of the Hounslow group of an organisation called Gingerbread, formed last year specifically to campaign for a better deal for single parents. The Hounslow group was founded by Nick Carter, who had himself joined Gingerbread after hearing a talk on the radio.
Come on, find yourself a spoon somewhere. Don't drop that all over the floor.
Do you go and sit over there and let me do the girls' hair?
Got some hair grips.
Oh, soddy nuts.
Yeah, now listen, I will tell you, stop the chatter and get on with your fucking dinner, right?
Who's for? Who's for?
What's all this about 224 ice creams?
Hot lollies.
18 months ago, I was doing all right, £50 a week job, 2 cars. Nobody went short of anything, own house set, and then all of a sudden, the marriage finished, it blew up. Since then, I've had housekeepers, I've had, you know, got left in this position where I'm looking after kids myself. It's gone from one extreme to the other. One minute I was very affluent, the next minute I wind up on social security. You can work it out fairly easy. I'm having to keep everybody on under half the money that I was getting when I was working. It's probably cost me about £2,000 in loss of earnings, and one way and another so far.
5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 45.
Right, thank you.
Go.
Always drop these bloody things on the floor or something, do something silly with them. I've got it open right at the moment.
I suppose this is one of the jobs you'd rather be without.
Oh, damn, I've hung it up the wrong way now. Well, I don't know about be without, you know, it's certainly no pleasure. I can't see how anybody can get a lot of pleasure out of ironing and doing these sort of jobs.
Is this one of the things that you got the housekeeper to do?
Oh, the housekeeper took over as mother before, you know, it was okay. She virtually took the place of a wife. We didn't sleep
Why did
together.
you give up on that?
I didn't give up on it. It was, I would have kept it going, but the situation just altered. You know, something happened outside the family that took her away from me. Well, not from me, but from the situation. She was quite happy here with the kids and everything else because she suffered from agoraphobia. So she wanted to. Hello. Right, I'll come in and give him a good hiding in a minute. No, what happened is she went back to her husband, tried to make a go at that because she was, you know, she sort of felt okay after being here. She thought she'd got a problem sorted out. So she went back there. But I don't think it ever worked out.
What was it that led you to try for a housekeeper in the first place?
Well, because I wanted to get back to work. I never thought of doing it any other way than getting back to work. All the time. This is the thing with men. They must do the work. They must get on with it, earn a living. Everybody will help them to get back to work, or at least they say they will. In practice, it's not so easy. You can't. There comes a limit. When you've got one kid, you might be able to get somebody to look after him and be able to manage. When you get a lot more kids, you know, say 3, 4, 5,
you've got a different kettle of fish then. You've got to... Well, you just can't get anybody to take it on.
On our first weekday with Nick Carter, only Bob was going to school. For the others, it was half-term. But in addition to his 4, Nick was, for the week, looking after 3 extra children, helping out a fellow member of the group who works part-time in a hotel.
Try the high note. What is it? E, F? Right. Can you borrow that, Shirley? Right, ready from the beginning. You playing the piano, aren't you? 1, 2, sigh. I solve patch problems just like that. I have them, you know, and the problem's solved. Half of the problem is helping with the, you know, the nut and bolt problems, the day-to-day problems of people. These are the things that get people down.
Well, my problem is 4 children, working full-time. How do I go on about it? Being at work and looking after them, I've got to do something about it. So, well, what I actually do is take 1 to the nursery, 3 at school, and the system works out all right until the holidays start. And once you do get the school holidays and everything breaks down at that time, or if one or another is sick, then there's no provisions for this at all.
I'm a widow and I have 3 children to bring up. I'm under 40, so I don't have a widow's pension. So I have to bring mine up on a widowed mother's allowance, which is about £12 a week, plus their family allowance is another £2. So that leaves me about £14 just over to bring up the 3 children. And of course, I'm not allowed to earn any money. I'm allowed £2 1 shilling to earn, quite honestly. Because my youngest is 5 now, and I wanted to go out to work part-time because, you know, it would help me out a lot. But I can't do this because if whatever I earn, anything over £2 is deducted, and I just don't get it. So I just don't bother. You get to the stage where you think, well, why should you go out to work? Although I'd like to get out and meet people, you know.
I can't go in a pub for a drink. I'm a woman. Men can do that. I can't. And I can't go to a dance. There's just nowhere you can go if you're on your own. You can't even go on holiday because I've taken my children to a holiday camp, and it's the loneliest place in the world when you're on your own. The children enjoy themselves, but once they go to bed at night, what do? You can't get to know other people because they're all in family groups, mother and father, and you're an intruder. But that's the only reason. I mean, I haven't got any financial problems to sort out, but I just need companionship, which I found. I was just saying, 3 weeks ago, we never dreamt we'd end up like this.
Fun, though.
Yes. I feel, well, I won't say 20 years younger.
Hello, my name is Carter. I'm group leader of a single-parent family association called Gingerbread. And one of our members has got a bit of a problem.
Well, I've got 4 children, and I get £6.50 maintenance from my husband, which is made up to £18.95 by the Social Security. And I find it's very hard for fares, for travelling and things like that. You just can't afford the fares. You know, you can't afford to take the children away anywhere visiting if it's any distance. And children in hospital, you don't get the fares to go and see them.
Have you had a child in hospital?
I've got one that goes in almost regularly, once a year at least. And, you know, he's due to go in again quite soon. But the Social Security told me if I reclaim the fares from the hospital almoner, I have them deducted from my Social Security allowance. So it just doesn't pay me to ask for my fares back.
What is the position, you know, I mean, is this something that you use your discretion in, or is it something that... Well, can you give me some idea?
Well, I would say in this case, if there's no other money involved, yes, we could meet them.
Oh,
the money which is already being paid for the child, which is in hospital.
yeah, this will, if it's £8 a week sort of thing, you're quite willing to give her an extra, say, £5.
It is necessary for her to go every day, that's going to that too.
Well, is it necessary for a mother to go every day to a hospital to visit a child you consider?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know that, do medical opinion, really. There's nobody in Panorama in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But why didn't we go into the matter deeply, I assure you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's very helpful. The position just gets worse and worse the longer you're on social security because you've got nowhere to pull up your reserves. If something goes wrong, something that you can't budget for, like when the kid lost her shoes down Osterley Park, you know, that's another £2.10, and it's just an expense that you never expected, so you're buggered.
Have you tried to get maintenance from your wife?
Well, no, not tried to get maintenance. I've seen solicitors about this, and they tell me that although in law I'm entitled to maintenance from my wife, in practice my chances of getting it are so remote that it's just not worth the effort.
Why is that?
I don't know, really. I don't know any working class man that's ever got maintenance from his wife. I don't know of one personally. I suppose that it's possible that there is somebody in the country, but my wife earns fair money. She must be, with her job, she must be taking something like £30 a week. I can't see no reason personally why she shouldn't pay something, whether I'm on social security or whether I'm working for me living. Just get on with it and you learn a little bit more as you go along all the time. And I think it is quite a masculine thing to do. All the best cooks are men. Great, you know, women have never really had a good cook, have they, you know? Something that I think that the average bloke would settle down quite well to, actually. At least to some extent it exercises your intellectual capacity, you know, thinking out what you're going to have for bleeding dinner the next day.
But most men would probably prefer to be out at work. I mean, wouldn't you actually prefer to be back at the Times printing?
Would I? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think that's a very fair question, really, because, you know, there's no choice. I haven't got no choice. I've got to do this. If you're asking me, would I prefer the situation to be normal and me be out at work, fine, yeah, I'll go along with that. I'll go along with that. But, you know, it's not up to me what I do at the moment. I've got no choice. I've got to do this. So I might as well enjoy it and make the best of it. It's no good getting bleeding up with it and, you know, worries me.
But don't you think that when you're kept in the home, like you are now, that your horizons are a bit limited?
Well, you are, you know, you're sort of trapped by the situation. But if I was a woman, perhaps I would belong to the Young Wives Club. Perhaps I would be round the lady next door's house to tea. I mean, they're great ones for chatting over the fence, these women, aren't they? You know, I mean, if there was a bloke at home all day next door, perhaps I would be hanging out with bleeding washing, chatting over the fence to him. Who's the hungry ones?
The what?
Hungry ones.
Oh.
One for you.
I made you pick things from
That one for you. One for you. Feel like the monkeys at the zoo, do you? All the chimpanzees being filmed at their tea party.
Are we chimpanzees?
Well, you look like one, yeah.
Shirley can be the tiger. Peter can be the gorilla. You can be the horsey. One of the... You can be...
Get your hair out your bleating eyes. What are you doing, madam?
If I could at a time.
Supposed to eat them properly, you know, not mess about with them. Wait, right now, come on, get on with it. Didn't so go mad.
I said get on with it, so I'm getting on with it.
How do you think you're making out at the womanly side of parenthood?
What do you mean, the womanly side, you know?
Well, the jobs that are traditionally done by the woman, you've now got to do them. How do you think you're making out?
On some better than others. Yeah, how can you say traditionally womanly? The only thing a bloke can't do is have the baby, you know. You can change their nappies, you can bring your kids up. Why shouldn't a man be able to do this? It depends on your temperament. Out of that chair, Mike, come on. Come on, now you're all... Oh, don't be so daft. Come on. Look, go and sit down there while I do Sarah's hair, will you? Because I'm in a bit of a rush. Come on, be a good boy. Look, go and sit down there. Oh, you're a blinking nuisance. Come on. Start trying to get the tangles out, will you? Come on. What's the matter? Hmm? You got pain? Or you just got the hump? Hmm? Got the hump, have you?
That's Mummy. That's how.
And who's she holding?
I can't see his face.
How long is it since you've seen Mummy?
Last year.
Last year.
Last year in October. I think. Unless, yes, we went out with her, but I forget when the last time it was.
The girls are getting to an awkward age now for you being a man on your own, aren't they?
I think they will within the next 2 years. It's awkward in one sense, but we've got this thing in our family, you know, where everything's open and above board. They've always known what's what isn't. You know, I can talk easily to them about sex, or they can talk easily to me, which is more to the point. And when I bath and they have little chats in the bath about why haven't we got bosoms and all the rest of it, you know, and they go all through the mill, you've got to tell them everything, never mind the birds and the bees. And it's all done so innocently with children.
All from spread all over his face. Well, what is it you got on your face?
Jam.
You don't love him no more?
No.
Who do you love now? You don't love him because he was kissing that other girl. Inspection of ear holes. Right, other one. You do look lovely like that. Who put the air grips down the toilet? What'd you say? What'd you say? Yeah, I'm sorry. It was only bubbles, wasn't it? What happened to your beano, Mike? Somebody told me that it wasn't burnt. It was an old one. It's an old one. I wouldn't use your one, would I? Come on, kiss.
Look, Daddy. He's...
Yeah, I know. All right, come on. Right?
Night.
Right, come on. Get yourself covered up properly. All right? Right, no noise. And I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah,
All right?
night.
Night, girls.
We attended the third meeting of the Hounslow Gingerbread Group. 8 women, 5 men. 4 widowed, 9 divorced or separated. 39 children between them. Among other things, they planned a coach trip and held a post-mortem on Mary's birthday party.
So I reckon that was all right. We learned something from that, and yeah, the kids all thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, a little son run past me. He says, Uncle Nick, you know I've got a smashing ass, ain't you? And I'm sure the little perisher was sort of smashing it up for me, you know.
They discussed Don's offer to take the boys to football on Saturday afternoons.
Come along and help.
I mean, you've got to go to the right match. I don't want you taking them to Fulham or...
It's no good out to Ivory and take up a dozen and come back with 2, is it?
And they discussed Anne's problem with her child having to go into hospital.
Never mind what the medical opinion is.
Kid thinks he's been
And it's
dumped.
pretty important that the other kids see their brother in hospital, I think, as well. So, right, even if it means pawning the bloody piano or holding a jumble set or something, we're going to get this £8 a week when she needs it.
They were then joined by an invited guest, Mrs. Renier from the local social services department. The arguments were not in general conclusive. Complaints from the group of lack of information and rudeness. From Mrs. Renier, a patient explanation of the services available. But on one point at least, Nick Carter seemed to achieve some satisfaction.
But in the summer, we do arrange holidays for children in this particular situation, quite a lot. We sent away a large number of children last year. If we didn't send those particular children away, it was no doubt because we didn't know that they were in this particular need, you know.
But how would we know? You know, that's if you know. How do we know that this service is available with this information that isn't forthcoming?
Would the council be willing to sort of subsidise us a little bit with these holidays if we
Well, I
could
don't know.
arrange something?
Let's put it to Mrs. Renier and see what she feels about it. But the position is
No,
this.
probably we wouldn't subsidise your holidays, but we would arrange a holiday for the children.
Mrs. Renier, I'm very glad you said that, because I like to put something to you. I've got 5 children. Their ages
range from 4 to 13. I don't want to split that family up and send them away. And
But you wouldn't mind them going away for a holiday?
please,
would you?
I'd love to see these children go away for a holiday. And whilst the eldest one, who's around here somewhere, will be quite happy to go away, the 4-year-old one would be better off if he stayed home with me, because a holiday away from me wouldn't be a holiday to him. Now, we've another woman in the group who's got a very sick child. Without going into detail, this boy has to wear a bag on his leg and all sorts of things. And I can't see anybody else bar this child's mother looking after this boy. Now, I'll put it to you, between us, we had a party last Sunday, we had 30 children here. I don't know what sort of numbers of adults you would have to look after 30 children. Now, what would be the council's attitude if you helped to send these children away and we looked after these children free, which puts a slightly different, this isn't a subsidised holiday then, we are subsidising you in a sense.
Well, it would involve a different sort of planning. I mean, the holidays I was talking about, they are holiday camps, you see, for children. There is another scheme which we use quite a bit, where the parents go away with the children together. Because, as you say, some parents like to go away as a family holiday.
No, not the parents, the other way around. The children like the parents to go with them, not particularly the...
Well, both,
it does work both ways, I know.
It works both ways. And so there are these two schemes, you know. If you... we haven't tried the scheme which you, I think, are putting forward, whereby a holiday is arranged for a collection of children and adults, and the adults look after the children. I mean, separately from the Blackfriars scheme. I mean, you know, it hasn't been
Well,
considered.
what is your impression of it?
I suppose it could be done. It's a bit late in the day, because you see, it's a question of finding somewhere where you can have it, isn't it?
You were saying to me, if we fix up where we can take our kids away, find out how much it will cost, you will then see what help you could give us towards this.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's,
I think
It's reputed to be the 41st group. Of course, gingerbread is snowballing all the time. Whether it actually is the 41st or the 42nd, I don't know, but the figure's growing so tremendously all the time. There's never been an organisation like it. Nobody's ever cared. There's this attitude that you should manage on your own, that you should sort of grin and bear it. But really, people are not content to put up with this now. I'm not content to grin and bear it. And you've got to do something about it. Whether it should be the state or be my wife or be somebody's husband, I don't know. But I'm saving somebody money. And I'm not going to sit back and take in washing to make the situation work. Those days are gone.
Hey, give me my stick. Come here, you got no feet.